Let's just check. I think it has a 2-minute lag. Okay, and we are live on LinkedIn. I can see it on my mobile. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If you are joining from any other part of the world, then it's either good morning or good evening. Thank you for joining us. This is Suhasini, your co host for today, and that's my partner, Smita Iyer. We both, some of you might know us, some of you might not know us. So, just for the benefit of all, we are going to share a very small introduction about us, and then we will head straight into the session. I'm going to start with mine first. Hi there, my name is Suhasini, as you would have already seen and heard. I come with about 2 decades of work experience behind me, but anyway, that's not the point here. Whether it's 2 decades or 3 decades or 4 decades, it hardly matters for this kind of a journey. What it truly matters is how passionate are you in becoming what you are meant to become. That's the only thing that matters for today. There can also probably be a child of say about 10 or 11 years who is listening to this, and it really doesn't matter. So, what's keeping you curious? What's making you get up every single day and do the work that you are doing, whether you're working, whether you're not working, whether you're a homemaker, whether you are in any other profession or not in any other profession, doesn't really matter. So, I'm one who is intensely curious about human potential, human transformation, and that's what we are going to explore more of today. Smita, over to you.
Thank you, Swasni, and welcome everyone to Ignite 9, the 1 hour live show that we are doing. I too come with about 2.5 decades of experience, and as Swasni said, that hardly matters because even somebody with a year of life experience can teach you a lot, and we all can learn. And I've had the personal experience of learning from very young professionals to very senior people in my life. One thing that I have learned over the years is how can one live consciously? How can one be aware of oneself? And the more we are aware of ourselves, the more we will be able to respond to situations very, very consciously. And that's what I have realized over these years. Maybe not 20 years back, but maybe a few years back, where I kept asking a lot of questions. And we all have at one point in time thinking about what's the purpose of life, what we really need to do, what are we happy about. We all have these questions, and each one will have this at some point in their life. And I can bet you on that. And that's when I started realizing how important it is to live a conscious life. And yeah, that's what I have been known for, and I want to be known for. And the whole purpose of my life is to see how leaders can live a conscious life, being self-aware, so that they're able to inspire the rest of the people around them, and they're very conscious about people, planet, and not just profit. So, thank you so much.
Okay. So after that wonderful, wonderful introduction, we are going to start with a small little role play, and I'm going to request Smita to do something here, and let us see what is that. Smita, can you hold your pose like this and stop your breath for a little while? And in fact, whoever is listening on to this and watching this video, I would request them to do the same. Um, just hold your breath like this till the time that you are comfortably able to hold. Till the time you are not, you are very uncomfortable. And don't breathe through your mouth, okay? I forgot to give that instruction. Okay. So Smita was running out of breath, but that's still quite a lot. Okay. Okay. So, Smita, you were holding your nose and stopping your breath with this hand, right? But something inside you was pushing you to release your hand. If you were not pushing yourself to release your hand, then what was pushing you to release your hand?
I mean, for me, it's like if you don't breathe, if you're not breathing, you're not living, right? Your life is
Yeah,
gone. Your life is
yeah,
stopped. So while I did that, I don't know how many seconds I did. I think I did a reasonably good job of holding it. But at one point in time, I really felt like opening my mouth, if not
yeah.
removing my hand. But but our breath is life, right? If that's not there, the life is gone. So
So, which means
when
here
I'm
we are
feeling
talking about two
uncomfortable, I just
individual
want to.
things.
Sorry.
So here we are talking about two individual things. One is you, who had your hand over your nose, and the life within you, which was actually trying to push you in the opposite direction. So we are talking about two individual entities. So Sheila here has made a comment. I think fear that made me release. Yeah, of course, because breath is going out and literally like you have to release your nose and start breathing. Otherwise, the life is out of you. So there are two individual entities that we're talking out here. And this entity, which we called as breath or life in general, will not allow you to live a suppressed life. It will want to come out, it will want to express itself at every single point. You suppress it, it will again want to come out. And my earphones are going off my head, so I got to literally just pull it a little up so that I'm able to do it properly. Okay, so now it's better. So, what we're really talking about here is how much ever you try and say, oh, just one another day, let's just go and live this day and come. Oh, this is just one another thing that I have to do. And if you do it so reluctantly with resistance, the life within you is not going to keep quiet for a long time. It's going to push you. It's going to really want to come out and liberate itself. That is what Ignite 9 is all about. It's about leading a conscious life. It's about not suppressing what you are truly capable of becoming. Because anyway, you can't suppress it for a long time. You will live a very diseased and a life filled with illness if you are unable to really achieve what your dreams are and if you're living a life in the opposite direction. Oh, so Prem Kumar has a very interesting acronym here. False evidence appearing real means fear. Oh, thank you for that, Prem Kumar. That was wonderful. So that's what we are trying to ignite. You know, a small fire, just one spark, and then the life just blossoms or just comes out. The spark is lit. And as we have been talking about in all our LinkedIn posts regarding this session, this is not a motivational session. Please, if you are here sitting that here me and Smita are going to motivate you, we are not going to motivate you. We are here to just ignite a little bit of fire within you so that when you really go out of this 1 hour, you truly start questioning yourself, what is it that you are really truly meant to become. Now, I'm going to lead you to another conversation, which all of us, we keep talking with our friends, right? We keep talking with our friends, acquaintance, colleagues, etc. And I'm going to ask Smita a couple of questions as to what does she generally hear, like the standard comments that people say when they are asked these questions. So the first question that we generally ask people is, "Hey, how is life?" Smita, what do you hear people say?
Oh, it's yeah. I mean, I keep asking this so many times to so many. Hey, hi, how are you? How is life? And what's new? And invariably, the prompt response that I get, oh, nothing. It's very routine. Nothing great. Work is okay. I'm going, coming. and the same old response. And and I keep asking myself, is this life? And I know I have been there, and many a times when people say this, I'm able to so much relate to it. And as I said, everybody in this universe at some point in time may ask this question. So yeah, oh, it's routine, just going, coming, nothing new.
Yeah. No time for anything.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
office takes
that
long
that's so
hours.
common. No time for anything, and I really want to do so many things, but it's very difficult. I'll see it sometime later. Maybe this is not the right time. You know, because I'm not able to do something, I equate it with lack of time or not the right time. I think over these years, I've just realized that it is one big excuse that we are giving to ourselves to just pacify ourself about not being able to do what we love to do.
Yeah. And every single day you're just moving towards your grave, right? How much ever literally you try and say that's the truth. Every single day you're just moving towards your grave. Whether you like it or not. Like we celebrate birthdays, but then every single birthday you're growing a year older and a little more towards your grave.
Yeah. I love
So
what Prem is saying. People don't change till the time the want,
yeah,
the desperate change which should ignite internally. Yeah, that desperate
yeah,
change. Absolutely, Prem. Thank you so much for that.
yeah. So what do you think is the problem here? So and we have asked ourselves this question so many times. Why are people not truly doing what they love to do? Why are they saying that I am stuck? I'm stagnant. The thing is, if you don't like it, you got to change it. But still, you stay there for indefinite period of time till the time the external situations really, moves you out and pushes you out of the situation. So Prem Kumar is making some wonderful comments here, and I'm loving that. Keep it coming, Prem Kumar. Life is a celebration. It depends on you. Happiness is internal to yourself. Listening to the best songs can change you. Playing with a pet or small pet, absolutely. And why does this happen? Because a pet or a kid comes with that kind of energy. It's a bubble of energy. Whether you want to interact with it or not, you can't stay unaffected by it. It really just it takes you into its embrace completely. So the question is, it's not about time management. Anyway, there is nothing called time management. It's all about energy management. It's not about productivity because right now in this day and age, we have super productive tools. We have made things a lot more easier for us. If it's not productivity, if it's not time management, and of course, okay, it's energy management, but then what is it truly? And that is the basis of Ignite 9. Ignite 9 is about clarity. Do you really know what your core essence is? What are you made up of? Every single person has a unique fingerprint out here, unique DNA. What is your North Star? What are you truly gifted with? Every person is uniquely gifted. No two people are the same. Do you know where your North Star is? And you might not know it like one fine day you're not going to get enlightened. It's like a path which you continuously keep seeking, and then it just shows itself a little more, a little more, a little more. Oh, my long lost friend Ashish Bhavnani also has made a wonderful comment. Hope is a decision, staying happy is a choice. We can choose to see the glass half full or glass half empty. That's perfect, Ashish, and it's been a long time I've heard from you, so I'm really glad that you are in this webinar.
Oh
So Sheila
yes.
says, are we feeding our mind with noise or wisdom? The answer to this is important. Absolutely. How many Netflixes? How many Prime videos? How many other OTTs lying in our head, which are distracting us from our North Star? So the question is, Ignite 9 is all about peak alignment leading to peak possibility. What is it that you can align with? You can align only that which you have within you. What do you have within you? You can align your body, you can align your mind, you can align your emotions, you can align your energy. These are the only four internal resources that human beings are made up of. Nothing plus, nothing minus. If you are able to rally and mobilize all of these internal four resources towards one single goal, which is your North Star, one single goal, can you even imagine how immensely powerful that force will be? And we have seen people do this. We have seen people create empires. We have seen people create legacies. It's not something that I'm talking out of the blue here. You have seen such kind of people, but the only thing is that we say, oh, he was able to do this because he had ABCD. So if we are able to align these four internal resources and mobilize everything that we have, our intensity, our commitment, our consistency, our courage, our clarity towards this, it will act like a magnifying glass. Have you ever tried this? Just keep a piece of paper below, use a magnifying glass, and do it when it's peak sunlight, when the sun is right above your head. The paper will start burning. Fire will get created. Why? Because you are putting in all your effort, all that sunlight is going through the magnifying glass. That's the power of concentrated heat. That's the power of concentrated heat. So this is the power of concentrated energy that we are talking about, mobilizing everything towards your North Star. Now, there are certain methods to do it. We are not talking jargons. We are not interested in jargons. Now, the thing is, ancient wisdom always told us that there are 9 methods. There are 9 powerful practices. They called it differently, but we can use it in the utmost practical, pragmatic manner for our purposes, for our daily living. And in Ignite 9, I'm very happy to showcase what those 9 powerful practices are. So I'm going to share a brochure here. It's just a screen that will give us some visual, because if you're bored looking at Smita and our faces and my face, you can just look at a PPT, which I generally don't show right at the start. But I would love to introduce you to these 9 unconditional practices. What are these 9 unconditional practices? These words might seem as if they are from an ancient Indian textbook, but that's not what we are not really interested in seeing, whether it's from Sanskrit, whether it's from any scripture, whether it's from a religious text. That's not what we are interested in. We are not interested in exporting everything good to heaven and saying that whatever good we will do it after we die. We are interested in seeing how to make our life more meaningful, impactful, fulfilling, not just for ourselves. Why to be selfish, right? When you can actually wish the highest for everybody in the world, why to be selfish and just wish everything for yourself? So create maximum impact. Be utmost selfish in the way that you want the best and the highest for everyone around you, not just you yourself. How can you create wealth? Not just for you, everybody around. How can you create abundance? Not just for you, everybody around. That's the presence that you carry. It does not come with your qualification. It does not come with your experience. It comes with life experiences. So the 9 practices that we are talking about are exactly these. While it looks a little Latin to you, we're going to share just one line about each of it, so you get an idea as to what Ignite 9, the journey, is all about. Before you jump into the water, you need to know the depth of the water, right? And this is a grind, I tell you. This is not a hack. This is not a fix. If you devote your life to these 9 practices, or even any one that resonates with you, your life is going to change forever. Is it going to be easy? No, I never said that. It requires discipline. It requires commitment. But you're going to stand out. You're going to completely stand out from the rest of the world. So I'm going to just take you through just one probably with one-liner description of everything, so that you will know that, oh, this I know. Oh, this I know. So everything you know, but we are going to actually just reinforce it and bring it out in a certain way that you have never thought about before. So I'm going to share my screen and give me a moment. So these are the 9 practices that we are talking about. This is right in our website. The website is decodeinspiredliving.com. And then there is a page called Ignite 9 that you see in our menu bar. So the first one is Shravanam, which is listening. And Sheila, just as you had pointed out earlier, what are you really listening to? Whatever are you listening to, is it really focused on your highest goal? Or you're listening to random things, binge watching, not really, I mean, clearly distracted from whatever your highest goal is. Now, if you have to apply this in a professional context, it will mean that you're trying to pursue excellence through podcasts, conferences, taking feedbacks from others. Essentially, what are you feeding with your one sensory organ, which is the ear? That's Shravana. Kirtanam is talking about the other sensory organ, which is your mouth. How are you expressing yourself in the world outside? What are you talking? Are you complaining for half part of the day and the other half you are expecting it to go very well? Sorry, that's not going to happen. What is the message that you are sending out to the universe? Because every single word that you utter from your mouth, it's a message. Sound has a lot of energy. Again, if you are wanting to put this in your professional context, it can mean anything. You could be mentoring people, you could be sharing insights about whatever you're passionate about, you could be talking in various industry forums, you can be doing anything through Kirtana. Smaranam, my favorite. How do you remember? Smaranam is remembrance. How do you actually remember to stay focused on your highest goal? Through visualization? Is it a word that keeps running in your mind? Do you use reminders? Do you regularly reflect into how far you have come? How far do you want to go? Do you introspect as to what you are becoming daily? That is Smaranam for you. Pada Sevanam. As the word suggests, Pada means feet, Sevanam means seva, service. The moment you think about doing such a kind of gesture, the one word that comes to your mind is that of humility. It does not mean someone is superior, someone is inferior. It just means it's a symbol of utmost humility, utmost service that you hold in regard towards that person, towards that cause, towards that purpose, towards that goal that you're trying to achieve. Smita, over to you for the next 4.
Thank you, Swasni. Yeah, I think one before I talk about the balanced ones, these are simple 9 practices. If incorporated in our daily life, I think every individual is going to ignite themselves from within. And the next one is Archana. As the name suggests, it's like your daily rituals. And your rituals is nothing to do with some kind of religious offerings, but the kind of ritual that I maintain or manage for myself. For me, my daily rituals is like yoga, meditation, living a very conscious, disciplined life. That's been the way I've been living for like many years. Why? Because it helps me stay focused. It gives me clarity. It helps me to take decisions which are not reactive, but I'm able to respond to situations because I have maintained a certain level of discipline in my mind, and I feel completely aligned with myself. It's also aligned with my larger purpose, my goal of, say, creating conscious leaders, which I spoke about. So the goal clarity comes from my daily rituals and also focusing on it every single day. So come what may, I am not diverted. And if I'm diverted, I'm diverting it for the good, which is again for the larger purpose. Vandanam, which is nothing but gratitude. How am I grateful for what I have, which then allows me to move forward? Everybody has a goal in life. There are personal goals, professional goals. There are many, many goals. It's important to have goals. Yeah, absolutely. But how grateful I am to what I have, and thereby that's helping me achieve the larger goal to move forward. Am I only looking at the goal, and it's not always that my goals will be achieved exactly as per my plan. It might falter in some way or the other. But what is the energy that I'm giving? Is it that my whole energy I'm giving to that goal and I'm feeling drained off? Or I have the gratitude for how far I have come, which allows me to then continue to focus on the cause. Yeah. So uh, so how am I focused on the cause rather than just on the goal? And there is also this misconception that if I have gratitude for what I have, which means I am very satisfied and the person is laid back, I am okay with whatever I have. No. But while I have the gratitude, my energy towards the cause just increases. Dasyam, I think it's very simple. This is the most simplest thing to understand. Is in it's in service of others. I'm not using the Hindi word, which is seva. I don't know if there are any international participants out here, but it is in service of others. Now, when I'm saying it's in service of others, which means it's not about me, it's a higher purpose for which I am working on. There are so many, we would have heard of this. It's a movement, right? We've seen so many people creating some new movements. Now, when they're talking about movements, it is not that the person is coming in that spotlight and saying, hey, I am doing it. No, I am in the back seat, but I have created a movement where there are a lot of people supporting the movement. So, for example, one of the things for me is helping women or empowering women. Yeah. So it's a kind of a movement. While there would be certain things that we would be doing the commercially, but there are some non-commercial interventions which is a movement. So it is in service of others. I'm sure a lot of people would have heard about servant leadership. Now, what is it? When a leader is in service of others, he is taking a back seat and he's putting the spotlight on his people so that they shine. Oh, and this is the most loved one, the Sakyam. It's about how we are developing the friendship, the relationship. So, whatever cause that I have, how am I building relationships with like-minded people who trust me in this journey? I may not want to pick up 100 people, and those 100 people are not with me in the journey. But maybe there are two people who are there with me in this journey, and they are making meaningful contributions, and that's how the friendship is growing. So, Asmi, the last one over to you.
Okay, so I'll take the last one, which is Atma Nivedana. Now, this is a little complex, but at the same time, if one is able to do this, then frankly, there is nothing in life which is impossible to be achieved. Because in Atma Nivedana, what you're doing is surrender. But at the same time, the word surrender is highly misconstrued. It is probably seen as a sign of weakness. But this form of surrender is a sign of utmost strength, because only the courageous will be able to do this form of surrender. It's like a all in commitment, all in. Your life decisions, your career, your lifestyle, everything you're aligning, and you're learning to surf the tide. You know how the tide goes, right? The waves. If you learn to surf the tide, then you don't have to put the effort in going up and going down. Whenever the wave is going up, you go up along with it. Whenever the wave is coming down, you go along with it. And you learn to live life in a flow. You learn to respond to situations better. It's not in a reactive mode, it's in a complete 100% response mode. You can take the toughest and the complex of decisions impacting millions of people when you are operating in the surrender mode, because there is a higher universal force which is working. Whether you want that universal force to work against you or work with you, that's the question. So this is Atma Nivedana. It's the height of, I mean, I sometimes feel very scared to use the word surrender, but yes, it is the highest form of strength that one can ever live one's life with. So those are the 9 that we have here. And generally people ask me, why to do all of this? Why can't we live our life normally? Like how we have been doing, going to office, coming back, going to office, coming back, and just taking life as it is coming. The thing is, if you are able to apply these 9 practices in your life, you will be seen as someone who's intensely curious, intensely courageous, high integrity. You will be seen as someone who goes till the very end. I remember a line from Tom Cruise, actually. I don't know, some quote which said that give it your 200%. Go till the very end. Very end. Don't stop in between. So that is the kind of presence that you will carry. We are not doing all of this to create a certain perception in the minds of others. That's not the point. The point is, what is the presence that you carry, that you bring to the room when you walk in? What is the energy that you carry? So this is the power of the 9 practices, which will truly build your presence in a certain way. I don't have, in the absence of a better word, I'm just saying this.
So
So now, yeah.
Suhasini, when people are being introduced to these 9 practices, uh, some of them may be doing it unknowingly, not knowing that it is Archanam or Shavanam or Vandanam, but it's their natural tendency. Some of it, one,
Absolutely.
two, whatever, they may be doing it. Is it that I need to just start following all the 9 from day one?
In fact, we can't do all the 9. And we also, there is nothing called day one as an event. It's just a little bit every day. There is no timer. Unlike the brain, which tells us quarterly goals, financial goals, daily goals, annual goals, a day is a day. This day is as precious. This moment is as precious because you took the decision to invest your energy into this moment. It's nothing less significant than your quarterly goals. So all of us have some certain natural tendencies to just get attracted to one practice more than the others. Eventually one practice will pull you into the other practice, and that's my guarantee. So one thing that highly resonates with me is remembrance, because I have made a certain word out of my highest goal. My highest goal is that of service. How can I serve life in the highest possible manner? How can I serve life within me in the highest possible manner? Am I building my capacity? Am I being competent enough to serve life in the highest possible manner? Am I competent enough to serve life around me in the highest possible manner? So service is my key word. Now that goes as a chant in my head. It's like a background chant. You sit in some rooms and in a hotel reception, there is a chant, there is some music which is running when you're sitting in the hotel lobby. And suddenly when the music stops, literally you become aware, oh, it's so still. So it's like a continuous presence of that music or word which constantly keeps reminding you, and that's remembrance for me, smarana. That works best for me because it allows me to be conscious every single moment. not just every single day, every single moment. Smita, what's yours?
So, and I'm quite aligned with what you said, Suhasini. The remembrance, and I will link remembrance to Archanam as well. Remembrance, because having started off this journey of deep code inspired living along with you, this one thing like a chant that goes in my mind is, how can organizations and leaders become very conscious about the three P's? What are those three P's? People, planet, and profit. And I'm very consciously putting the three in a certain order. Maybe for somebody, this order may be different, but for me, I've consciously put them in this order because when I know that when organizations, leaders are taking care of their people, planet, the profit is an outcome of all these, the first two things. So this is how I keep remembering. And to do that, there is a certain ritual that I have set where it keeps playing in my mind, what all can I do? Where all can I go? How can I make that impact about what I'm saying is genuinely going to help? What kind of awareness that I can build in the leaders of today and the leaders of tomorrow, so that they are building the highest level of awareness of themselves and their teams, so that they are making an impact. It's not a job that we are doing, it's an impact that each one of us is creating. And it's not necessary impact has to be created by some tall leaders. Anybody in this group who's there can create that impact. So day in and day out, the rituals that I follow is all revolves around that aspect. Now, I'm not talking like a goal, okay, goal and the tick marks and all of that, but it's that higher purpose, which I keep remembering and which I work on day in and day out. Doesn't matter whether I've been successful today, tomorrow, day after. It's not tick mark. Oh, I've got this. I've got this. No. Every single day, just being focused on that one goal. So, yeah, these two things really go hand in hand for me.
And that is where I think we are, that is our main purpose of holding this session. I know some of you are attending this live, some of you will visit to my LinkedIn profile and watch the video later. The question is, how can you enable yourself to embody these 9 practices in your life? And we have a method. Everything is scientific because we really don't believe in just things happening like by the way. Nothing happens by the way. You have to put conscious effort into it for something to happen in a certain way. And surf the tide. Surf the tide is like my favorite go-to. Surf the tide. So I'm going to share a screen again, which will now, it's like, what are some concrete actions or steps that you can take if you want to embody these principles in your life. I'm going to share my screen again. And okay. So with this, we have come back to the screen. And let me go further ahead. So this is what we have right now with us. Are you able to see my screen right now?
Yes, was.
I think yes. Okay. So at the very first level, which is level 0, what we have is foundational content. We will give you recorded videos. We will give you recorded videos that you can access in your own time, in your own pace, as per your own schedule. And the content will keep flowing all throughout the 12 months. That's the lowest form of engagement that you can do if you want something, if you want everything virtual, if you want everything online. 99 rupees per month. And it serves a very foundational purpose for you getting connected to your highest goal. At level 1, This is a stage where probably you have seen that, oh, I want to do something more. That's when we increase the personalized engagement in the form of private mastery coaching sessions. One on one, we will take only one person at one time. So that'd be like a 1 month kind of a journey. Again, a nominal cost for that. There might be some who will say that, you know what, I want to take this even more further. I really want to do something with my life that makes more sense to me, that's more conscious. So that for those kind of people, we have a 2 month plan, two coaching sessions. Likewise, the next step, you have three months wherein you have three private mastery coaching sessions plus daily check-ins plus a bonus call plus a custom made action plan. Like literally, like there will be like hand holding. At no point you will feel that you are working towards your mission, your goal, your purpose alone. So that's the 3 month kind of a plan. And of course, you have the 6 month kind of a plan. Now, generally, what I have seen is, I have seen if you are intensely committed, you will opt for the 3 months or the 6 months. What generally people will do is they'll take the best value. The best value stands at about 2 months, wherein they are able to formulate an action plan for themselves and they stay accountable themselves and they go up to it. So generally, it's that 2 months thing which is highlighted in blue is what people generally consider. But again, we have been very conscious in putting this out to everybody and keeping the foundational at a very nominal price because we want maximum reach across the planet. Maximum reach. So that nobody can ever tell us that this is something that we could not afford. You will get your access via email IDs, and that's exactly my next step that I'm going to show you how to actually put this into action. So when you come to our website, which is again DCODE-INS, you have the option of register now. Now, when you click on register now,
So,
it will
are
take you to.
Are you displaying something?
Are you able to see my screen of a
No,
tab?
no.
Okay. 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 Let me just choose this instead. Okay. So now when you come here, now you see this Decode Inspired Living page, right? And in this Decode Inspired Living, you have this option of register now. When you click on register now, you have a Google form, which takes in your basic details: name, email ID, contact number, what level you prefer, who do you want your preferred coach to be in case you are choosing for anything in terms of coaching sessions. If you want just a foundational content, you can just take up the recorded versions of 12 months and you can do it at your own pace. And then click the form submit. Once you click the form submit, we will initiate a conversation with you. And as I said, this is extremely personalized. So literally, we are going to handhold you one by one into this journey. It's not like a mass offering. I know for a fact that only a few people, few selected handful of people are going to be interested at the start because this needs a certain calling. You don't get attracted to this kind of offerings unless there is a certain calling in your life. And what I'm showing you right now is some testimonials of people who have experienced working with us, who have experienced applying this in their own lives, and the benefits that they have experienced in their own life because of living their life in a certain manner. So, with that, I'm going to get this session to a close because now we have covered all important aspects of why we are talking about something, what is it that we are talking about, and what are some ways in which you can make this a part of your life. This offering will stay on our website forever. At any point in time you want to embody these principles, all you have to do is fill in the Google form and send us an intimation that you need it in your life. and we will send across the content to you in whatever levels you choose to be associated with us. And with this, we are getting this session to a close. Any questions, we will be happy to take. Unfortunately, we don't have the option of you unmuting your mic and raising a question to us, but we will be happy to take any question that you may have. Please share it in the chat box and we will attend to it. Let's wait for a couple of moments.
While we are waiting for the questions to come in, uh, as Suhasini already said, one way to even do your self practices is pick up that one aspect out of the nine which you feel resonates with you, and you will be able to take that up. Even if you are doing it by yourself, pick up that one aspect which you feel you can do it by yourself. You may not need anybody. Try it out for some time. Try it out for a week, 10 days, and be very conscious throughout those many days and see what's emerging for you.
Absolutely. So Sheila says this is something that I was looking for. Thank you, Sheila. This is proof that you need to have a certain calling to get attracted to this kind of stuff. This is not a corporate-ish offering. This is self-mastery. Only who are passionate about it will get it. Okay, so looks like there are no questions at the moment. We are happy to take any questions that may come in at a later stage. And with this, I think we have come to the end of the session. That's everything and that we wanted to share about this journey. And
Yeah, and
we'll
you
see.
can reach out to us on our LinkedIn profiles. We are pretty much available and active. So just in case, you can reach out to us through our website or through LinkedIn.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so with this, we'll get the session to a close. Thank you, all of you, for joining in. Thank you, all of you who will watch this video later. And if you wish to stay connected, just drop us a DM or connect us through our website, and uh, we'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
how to make best use of this. Okay, don't we need to
Thank you.
speak about our vision and not about complaints more often? Absolutely, Sheila. I mean, the more gratitude that you express for your vision, the more it's about what kind of energy you're feeding your vision with. Are you feeding it with complaints? Are you feeding it with grips? Are you feeding it with gratitude for wherever you have reached so far? Are you feeding it with there is a word that I have not used so far, Shraddha Saburi. Faith, patience, courageous perseverance. Keep going at it, keep going at it, keep going at it. You know how a woodpecker does? Completely hitting the tree till the time it actually breaks something. I don't know whether it paints it or not, but it keeps going, woodpecking, keeps pecking the wood, keep going at it. Unconditional faith, unconditional faith. The wood will break at a certain point. It doesn't stop in between saying, "Oh, I've grown so tired. Oh, this is not going to happen. Let me find another tree." It's it's got a sense of that unconditional effort that let me go at it with all everything that I have. So, yeah, okay, okay. So yeah,
Okay.
we'll end the stream now.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. See you on the other side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.